All right, Algebra 2 fans, we're finishing this up, part 2. So now we're going to be writing the equations of the polynomials. Remember, we already talked about this. -2 bounces, it shows twice, so I wrote it twice. 3 and then 5. We did our P of x. Okay. Yeah, this goes high to high, so we know the lead is positive. Now we just have to start writing stuff out. Okay, I see this twice, so that literally means x plus 2. Remember, -2 is the root, so x plus 2 is the factor. And since we see it twice, we're going to write squared. Okay. Then I have an x that's a plus 3, so the factor becomes -3. So I write x minus 3, and then x minus 5. Done. That's all we need. Okay. All right, so now let's look at the next one. So let's pick a different letter. We'll call this one f of x. Okay. Let's count here. 1, 2, so that's a 2. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, -3. What do we know about -3? That's right, it shows twice, so we have to remember that's a bounce. So this right here is your bounce. Just like this was a bounce. What degree equation is this? How many roots do we see? We see 1, 2, 3. The bounce means 2 roots. So this is a third degree equation. Okay, and how many times does this show up? Twice. So we're going to write x plus 3 squared. Remember, it's a -3 is the root, so x plus 3 is the factor. 2 is the root, so x minus 2 is the factor. And then, this is a, remember, all third degrees for a leading positive coefficient start low, do their squiggles, and finish high. So this is actually has a lead negative in front. This is a negative in front. Okay. So remember, all of our third degrees start low, do their squiggles, and finish high. All fourth degrees start high, do their squiggles, finish high. So high to high, third degrees, low to high. This one's upside down. Okay, so this is why it's negative in front. All right, let's pick another letter. We'll call it g of x. Okay, so yes, this is low to high, so this is a positive lead. All right, positive lead. This was high to low, so that was a negative lead coefficient. Okay, that's why there's a negative there. All right, this is positive. Are there any bounces here? No bounces, so we don't have to worry about that. So right, this is a -2 for a root, a +3, and then 4, 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so now it's just a matter of writing it out. All right, we write that as x plus 2, x minus 3, x minus 5. That's all I'm asking you guys to do. All right, what about this last one here? Yes, this is low to low, so this is a negative lead coefficient. Negative lead coefficient. I'm going to use P of x again. So we have a negative something. right? This is a fourth degree. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shows 4 times. Okay, so what do we have here? There's 1. That's negative 1. It crosses at the origin, so that's right, 0 is a root. There's 2, 3, 4, and here's 5. Okay, so we have negative 1, so we're going to write that as x plus 1. I'm going right down the line. Okay, then how do I write 0 out? Or we don't say x plus 0 or x minus 0, we just say x. I know this looks wacky here, I'm going to fix that. Then we have what? Then we have x minus 2. And then finally we have x minus 5. Okay. Yeah, I know we wouldn't put x in the middle here. We'd put this x in front. So technically we would write this negative for the negative lead, x. Then we would have x plus 1, x minus 2, and then x minus 5. The order in which you write the factors down do not matter. I mean, but usually we would put this x in front of everything. There. That is our polynomial root. Our polynomial equation. Okay. Remember, these are the roots. These are the factors. Okay. Positive 5 is the root. X minus 5 is the factor. Positive 2 is the root. X minus 2 is the factor. That has a factor of x, and then this would be x plus 1. Okay? Alrighty, I'm turning the paper over now. So, pretty much the same questions here. We're going to write the polynomial equation p of x. So let's start doing that. Right, this is low squiggle high, so this is a lead positive. And what are the roots? Let's see, we have negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this is 1, 2. So we're going to write this using p of x. We've got to write an equation. Don't just write factors down, it's an equation. So y equals p of x is equal to, so p of x is equal to x plus 5. Then I have x plus 1. Then we have x minus 2. Okay? Now notice what this says. It says write the polynomial equation g of x after p of x is translated 3 units to the left. 3 units to the left. What does that mean, 3 units to the left? That's right, 3 going this way. So what does that mean? 3 going that way. So that means we're subtracting 3 from all of our x's. That's right, we're subtracting 3 from all of our x's. So g of x is equal to, well, I could take this negative 5 and just go 1, 2, 3. So now what does it become? That's right, it becomes a negative 8. Take negative 1, 1, 2, 3. Now it becomes a negative 4. Take 2, 1, 2, 3. Now it becomes a negative 1. So there we go. X plus 8. Then it's x plus 4. And then it's x plus 1. That's right. So 3 to the left. Now, look at these. And how did I come up with those? That's right. Because it says 3 to the left, that's when we added 3. We added 3 to each of those spots. So I took this equation right here, this p equation, and I moved them all 3 to the left. So that's what we did here. X plus 5 plus 3 gives us 8. 1 plus 3 gives us the 4. Negative 2 plus 3 gives us the 1. Okay, it's a little tricky. Now, you'll see one question on the homework like that. That's all. Think about it. It's not that hard. All right, same question. So here's our P of X. What numbers do we have here? What degree is this? That's right, it's a 4th degree. This is a 4th degree. So we have what? This is negative 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's negative 4. That's 0. And this is 3. 1, 2, 3. And what do we know about 3? That's right, it's a bounce. So we have x plus 4. Then we have x. There we go. I put x in the wrong spot. I should have put x in front. Then we have x plus, x minus 3 squared. Okay, I got a little messy there. I'm going to rewrite it right here. So P of x is equal to, I'm going to put the x first. Then I'm going to put my x plus 4. Then I'm going to put my x minus 3 squared. Now I got a little messy here. All right, now what does this say? Write the polynomial equation g of x after p of x is translated 2 units to the right. So we're going 2 to the right. So what does that literally mean I do to all of these values? That's right, I'm adding 2. Well, yeah, I'm going to take the 3 and we're going to go 2 to the right. So 1, 2. That's my new point. 0, 1, 2. There it is right here. That's the new spot. And then this right here, 1, 2. Those are the new spots. So now what's your g of x equation? All right, we have an x plus 2. We have an x minus 2 right there. There's the minus 2. So that becomes x plus 2. That becomes x minus 2. And remember, there was still a bounce here, so this is still the bounce. So we have x minus 5 squared. Okay. All right, now, what I want you to do is to look at this right here. And how the heck do we come up with this? Remember, in our Bizarro world for the translations, I know it says 2 to the right, but when we look at it, it's a minus 2. That's right, it's a minus, so it's a minus 2 on all of these. So when I do a minus 2, there's your x minus 2. There's the x minus 2. Okay, x plus 4, then the minus 2. There it is right there, x plus 2. And then here's our x minus 3 with a negative 2 gives us x minus 5. Okay? So right here, when we went 3 to the left, we actually added 3 to this equation up here. That's right. And then when we went 2 to the right, we actually subtracted 2 in this equation. Okay? But you got your graph paper right here. Just plot it out. Okay? All right. That's the rest of our video. Part 2 is over.